Thathiah is there with the latest on this story. Dasen, good afternoon. Talk to us about when exactly these particular protests began out there in Durban.
Well, Kathy, it started very early this morning. In fact, at about 7 o'clock or so, protesters were already gathered outside the university gates. They had blockaded the entrance. Police were already on standby at that time. And just an update at the moment, 5 people have been confirmed arrested since this morning, and I just saw a 6th student being arrested a little while ago. Now, police say that they've been arrested for public violence amid this protest. There have been various groups that have been taking part. They've been moving throughout the campus. I think you may even be able to see some of the smoke that's behind me as well, while rubbish and other items have been set alight. There have also been bricks that are strewn all over the campus. And all of this is because students say that they have issues around the financial aid scheme, and funding relating to that relates to allowances that they're supposed to be given, to issues around their academic records and whether those are going to be released, and also the registration of students who have debt and they want that cleared. But just to continue this conversation, Kathy, I'm just going to bring in Tumelo Molawasi, who's on my right here. He's with SASCO. Tumelo, you were part of the protest today, and before we get to your demands in detail, I think the question on top of mind at the moment is, why did it have to turn so violent?
We have tried so many times to engage management. We first wrote a letter to them to request a meeting to discuss all issues. We were unsuccessful. We submitted a memorandum. It was not responded to. So the issue of violence is also not because of students are prompting it or whatever, but it's because police are around on campus, and whenever they see a group of students, they just start shooting. So that prompts students to react in a negative way towards the entire situation.
And what about the damage to property that we're seeing around here? I'm seeing some things being set alight, other things are being broken.
No, the things that have been set alight, it's an old mattress. No one is using it. It's not like we are banning a lab or we are banning certain venues that we are going to use. No, we are not doing that. What is currently happening is just to show the frustration to them that no, in actual fact, these are serious issues, because we have tried so many things. I mean, to write a letter to management outlining all the issues, the understanding of them within students, and also submitting a memorandum together students, and also going to a mass meeting where we did not get the answers that we were expecting. So
how long has this process been going on for, Tumelo?
It's now almost a month.
And no feedback just yet?
Feedback that does not resonate with what we have requested, because what is important, if there's an issue, there's a certain way that students are understanding it, and then you need to, when you're responding, you must take you must bear in mind that this is the general understanding from students. For instance, your academic records. I'm done with school now and I have to work. I can't work without an academic record. And if you are not giving me that, how am I going to pay the fees that I owe the university? We have fee increment, which is not in line with what the D-head has communicated. You have 10% on campus. Who's going to pay the extra percentage? You will have a financial aid student coming next year saying, I have a debt, while we understand you are funded and you understand there is too much.
Tumelo, I just want to get this question in before I let you go very briefly. There is some feedback that is being expected to be given by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, and at that point he says he's willing to meet students halfway.
Yes.
Are you going to be going into that kind of meeting with an open mind?
We are going to go there very clear, because we have a position, and the position we have, we are not being ridiculous. We are being honest with facts. We understand that this is the situation and this is how best we can approach it. What we don't appreciate is that whenever we are engaging, we are intimidated. We can't intimidate a person who's willing to be part of discussions and resolved and move the university forward.
Thank you very much for your time, Tumelo. That was SASCO just sharing their concerns, one of the groups that were involved in that protest this morning, Kathy. But I think the important part of the afternoon is yet to come, and that's when MUT management will give feedback on exactly how they plan to resolve this impasse.
Yeah, well, one wonders, Dasen, what has become of the statement that the Minister of Higher Education made over the weekend, saying that all those who have made it through the year should be allowed to register even though they haven't paid their fees. Dasen Thathiah is out for us in Umlazi.